But if you can lash it together in a way where it operates how you want it to operate, but behind the scenes it's elastic and rubber band, that's fine. Because what you can prove is whether people
Also,
like it.
and also, I think there's other ways you can test a concept without even building the prototype. If we were talking, could put together a landing page for this thing which doesn't exist yet, and you can put a
Yeah.
fake screenshot of what the item is and say, "Would you buy this? It's $10."
Yeah.
And I have done this a couple of times, and it was a functioning sales page, if you like. People click on the $10 button, and it will then say, "Actually, this product isn't developed yet, but if it was interest, please put your name and email address. It will confirm that this is has some value, and we'll also let you know if we go ahead with it." And that was a pretty unbiased way to get genuine idea of interest. Not perfect, I would say. I don't think anything is perfect, because you've got to get you've got to pay for some adverts and get that in front of people. When even if someone clicked on it, doesn't mean they'd really have purchased it. It's
Yeah.
it's
But it's
but
better
it's
than
certainly
nothing.
it's an indicating factor for sure.
Buffer
I
did
mean,
it. Buffer went from
yeah.
idea to first paying client in something like 6 weeks. So Buffer is the social media scheduling tool. And famously, Dropbox, the MVP for Dropbox, the minimum viable product, was actually a video explaining how cool it would be once it was released. And so it didn't exist at all. But people shared it a lot because it had lots of jokes about memes that were going around at the time. It's pretty old now. But people shared it partly because it had all these in jokes about the startup world. And that was, so I think you can do that. And for most of us, particularly people in the expert industry, just run a webinar or something. So if you want to test an idea, or you want to test a niche, run a campaign around a free thing like a webinar or a free challenge or whatever it might be, a free training or something. And if people show a lot of interest, then you go, okay, this seems like there's some, there's a lot of demand here.
Mm. And I remember someone telling me a story about, I forget the details of it, but basically two sales guys go to a country, I can't remember which country it is, and their job is to sell shoes. The first salesman phones back to the head office, got to fly me back. Why? What's wrong? Nobody wears shoes here. This is an absolute disaster. What the hell are you sending me here for? It's a total joke. Pointless waste of time. Send me back. And of course, the second sales guy phones up and says, "This is frigging amazing. Send everybody, because nobody's wearing shoes here." So there's different ways to interpret the same feedback. And there's a lot being talked about sort of digital data. And my experience is, as running relatively small businesses, is that it's still about interpretation. And it can really get things massively wrong through our interpretation of what that data can be. So it can be dangerous. It sounds like, it's an obvious thing to do. Going back to your point, I would swap 10,000 surveys about a business concept for 2 or 3 guys in a room with a beer to get, not everybody, I have to say, I've got a few sort of go-to people that I think will give me this feedback, good, positive or negative, back, which will help me. Even if I don't know the industry, it's a certain personality type